Hello sweeties, happy Halloween! Are you getting all dolled up as a ninja turtle and eating all the chocolate? Or is that an American thing? Anyway, what we really want to do, whether we're eating sweeties or waving skulls about, we want to get in touch with Great Aunt Lucy who's moved on to the other side, and we want to find out what's going on there. So, if you want to do that, think of a color that reminds you of your person, whoever it is, and light a candle at that color and talk to the soul of whoever it is that's passed on. By morning you'll have an answer. Try it. Thanks for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Let's get to the stars. Scorpio, my little strawberry. Very interesting things happening this week. For a start, the god of war is moving into your life, dragging out your inner warrior by the scruff of his neck. No more are you prepared to take crap from anyone, which is just as well because there's a whole bunch flying at you. Well, maybe not a whole bunch, but enough to, drive you mildly nuts. So here's the plan. Make a note of what needs to be done, by you that is. What other people should or should not be doing is their business, not yours. So then you start on your to-do list. Take it as slowly or as quickly as you like. The really fab energies don't arrive till Thursday when we've got a gorgeous Scorpio new moon. And until then, just use your extraordinary strength and vuma to get the job done. Love life vaguely hopeless, that's for later. Your personal tastes are changing. Let them evolve at their own pace. That's it for Scorpio. Sagittarius, my little blossom, this is a really interesting week for you. The career is taking 100 little twists and turns and you're wondering where you'll end up. Think about what would make you happy until the new moon on Thursday. Of course, with the career taking all your attention, you're completely ignoring your personal life, which means your entire family is about to stage a revolution. But don't worry about that. No matter what anyone tells you, it is virtually impossible to have it all. Well, not all at the same time anyway. So the trick here is to tell people what's going on and ask for some space. The truth is you're probably doing all this with them in mind anyway, or at least that's what you're telling yourself, and that's fine for now. We'll discuss the other stuff later. For now, just get successful and rich. Yum! That's it for Sagittarius. Capricorn, my little buttercup. You know how you're always promising to have a life as soon as you fixed your finances, or your tax dramas, or your health, or your mother's dramas? Here's some news, sweetie. This is your life, and it's tottering along with or without you. So if you don't want to wake up one day and suddenly discover that you're 100 years old and you missed the middle bit, get off your ass right now. Besides, the money thing isn't really happening this week. Money pretty much stays as it was for now. So how about paying attention to the family and all the people who love you? They've all lost the plot and they need your help for a change. Even more important, how about sorting out your love life? If you don't have one, get dressed, get gorgeous, and get out there. No one's going to come looking for you sitting in your lounge. Have a bit of faith. It's a love week. Smile happily. Thursday's new moon has some really nice surprises. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my little raspberry. All you need to do is keep your eye on the prize. That's the best way to ease yourself over the bumps in the road. Make sure you know what the prize is though, or you'll definitely end up in a ditch. Meanwhile, it's almost time to let go of something you've been hanging on to well past its sell-by date. And you know very well, come on, you know this is right and best for everyone. No point making the wound bigger by dwelling on it. Enjoy the swan song, say goodbye, get dressed for bigger and better things. This is one of those really happy, prosperous weeks, amazingly, The luck planets are visiting, bringing money and maybe a fabulous new job if that's what you want. Even the love life is looking more interesting. Make sure you're looking with it. Make space for the good stuff. Thursday's new moon has some really fun surprises. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, my little munchkin. There's good news this week. Although it may not sound all that hot when you hear it first. Remember, the planets are trying to bring out the best in you, but that means you have to be willing to change, and no one likes that, even though we all pretend we do. So while you wait, try counting the zillion little miracles that happen every day in your life. The plan is to keep you in the mood to handle those teensy little glitches that move you towards your best self. The rule here is, don't waste your energy worrying about who is right. Just figure out what's best for everyone, including you. No martyrs allowed. Of course, you do get to be the hero, obviously. It's your movie. But there's definitely no need to beat the others into submission. Play nice. It's a good week. They'll catch up in their own time. That's it for Pisces. Aries, my little fried egg. This is actually a great week, relatively speaking. Just when you thought you'd run out of options, here comes a new one. Maybe a business partner, maybe a relative, someone who wants to help you out anyway. Still, don't rush, no matter how grateful you feel. In fact, try not to sign anything till you absolutely have to. And use the time in between to investigate all your options. No favors needed here, this is business. Still, you might save a few moments for a love life that's feeling very neglected and would benefit greatly from some romantic attention. You know how to do that, don't you? It'll even make you feel good. Besides, the more you love, the more you give out love energy, the more money you make. How about that for a motivator? That's it for Aries. Taurus, my little watermelon. It's your turn to bring out the charm. You're one of those guys who likes to sit quietly in the shadows, controlling the universe from the back office, with the knobs, and that was fine for a while. But now, it's not just the planets that are tired of you being invisibly brilliant. You also want a little recognition. But that, as you know, involves risk and uncertainty and trust. In short, sweetie, if you want to be the best you can be, you have to be willing to change. And that stubborn thing you do will have to go. Right now we're looking for charm, grace, huge generosity. You're becoming the magnanimous leader. You're listening to the complaints and you're doing something about them. You're discovering the upsides and the very definite downsides of power, and you're relishing all of it, and you're just getting started. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my little passion fruit. Are you wondering whether you have any control over anything anymore? Stop looking so anxious, sweetie. This is all good stuff. Your job is to stick to your path and studiously avoid anyone who's trying to drag you off course. There's bound to be at least one of those. But what's much more interesting is that you're just beginning a fabulous new cycle of opportunity and huge bucks. No snoring allowed, but no mad decisions either. Take it slowly. By Thursday, we've got a gorgeous new moon, which is making you look as good as you feel. And sure, there are people who might accuse you of being slightly selfish, but so what? Who cares about that? This week is about you, about forging a new path and finding great success. And if your love life suffers slightly along the way, well, you can fix it later, after you've decided what you really want. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, my little cupcake. So you've been hoping, no, actually assuming, that all these personal dramas will just work themselves out, that you can simply carry on as if nothing's happened. Well, ha. As you yourself have so often announced, no one can be expected to be a mind reader, so if something has to be said, say it. And if someone has abused you, take your power back. And if you're the one who's been a shit, apologize and make amends. This is important stuff. Global energies are changing really fast, and you're going to need to change with them if you're hoping to keep up. Your long-term emotional, not to mention financial security, are at stake here. Never mind what people think of you. That has nothing to do with you. Just show them all that you care and start caring about yourself and give yourself a huge hug. That's it for Cancer. Leo, my little muffin. The real question here is, whose needs are more important? Family, friends, bosses, lovers, or yours? Well, of course, we all know the answer to that. And just because the planets are yanking you in all directions doesn't mean you have to go where they're going. So here's the deal. You first. Your needs are always more important than anyone else's. If you haven't taken care of yourself, you'll be grumpy, resentful, tired, and no use to anyone. So take care of you, and after that, take care of work colleagues who will be helping you this week. They might even show you ways to bring in some extra money, which would be nice. And don't pretend you don't need any help. Everyone needs help one time or another, and you're getting your share now. So be grateful and then save a little time for love. You need some romance in your life. That's it for Leo. Virgo, my little peach pip, how about this? You're learning about yourself through relationships. This week is all about them and how you handle anyone who is not you. And yes, of course, you're popular as hell, obviously, but that's not the point. The point is, all of our relationships reflect back at us, showing us what's working in us and what we need to work on. You're starting to see yourself as others see you, which is kind of weird, but really useful. This week, just go with whatever the universe dishes out and be willing to adapt. Amazingly, not even you are perfect yet. On Thursday, the new moon arrives, bringing you fabulous financial instincts and some delicious new opportunities that you weren't expecting. And by then, you'll be different. You'll be better. That's it for Virgo. Libra, my little daffodil, this is your week. That amazing mind of yours is racing along 1,000 miles an hour, bringing every possible variation it can find. But then, of course, there's that little bucket of emotion in the corner, tossing fear and insecurity all over your brilliant new ideas. Just write everything down. You're far too dilly right now to make any sense of the inner rantings. But when you've calmed down and taken a shower, you can read it all through and dig out the nuggets of genius. They're in there. Heavily disguised, but definitely there. You may have to hold back on final plans while you sort out the details, but that'll give you time to adjust to the new you. It is all happening, and it's all happening to you. It's a brand new cycle. Make the most. That's it for Libra. Thank you, delicious creatures, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Don't forget to check out my website, horoscopehotties.com, where you can buy a copy of my fabulous new book, Horoscope Hotties. And if you're wondering about your perfect match, drop me a line on the YouTube chat box. I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, whenever you're out there in the world, protect yourself in a bubble of flames and ask your angels to help you. And keep smiling, even if you don't feel like it. Smiling lifts your vibration. Give it a bash. Now, if you'd like to subscribe or like or share, just press the button. It's free, and have a great week, and remind yourself every 5 seconds just how amazing you are. Give yourself permission to succeed. It's important. Bye now.